We're giving this office a dramatic makeover, and to complete the vision, it's gonna require a massive paint job.
This is gonna be crazy.
This little office is turning out to be a big job. It started with some serious demo, and then in week 2, it got even more serious with Andrea designing, building, and installing custom cabinets and bookshelves.
You like?
Yeah.
And now this week, this project is ratcheting up to the next level.
Paint week.
Paint week is always one of the most intense phases of any project. And the early Texas heat is not doing us any favors.
When I take it off, I feel like I'm just a layer of sweat.
So join the adventures of my DIY wife and her non-handy husband.
Did you just rip your pants?
I just ripped them.
As we attempt to turn this office upside down and give it a complete makeover.
I don't know why I just smelled it. All right, we're heading back over to Ashley's house. We actually have some of her friends' flooring guys that are coming over to measure for tile and give us an estimate on that. So we're gonna meet them there hopefully first thing, and then we've got all the little details to finish up on the built-ins. All right, the flooring guy was just here measuring so he can give us a quote on what it'll cost to install tile. It would go in this space and then also in the laundry room that we'll be working on next. But now we need to get back to focusing on these built-ins. It's so hard not to get distracted by the paint colors every time I come. But I've got to add my face frames to this. I'm gonna take my saw outside. Actually, scratch that. We need to do a quick cleanup because it's getting a little hard to move around in here. The bag. All right, got my trusty little saw. Oh, but I didn't lock. This would be nice. I can go right out that door to make my cuts. I'm going back like the old days when I used to squat on the ground to make my cuts. I made a lot of people mad doing that, but I feel perfectly comfortable squatting. It doesn't hurt my back or my knees. I've heard that it's good for you. So all right, I want to show you our new Skylight calendar. It's a smart touchscreen calendar, but it's honestly a lot more than just a calendar. And Skylight's actually the sponsor of today's video, but I'm going to take you through this because it has honestly been such a great way to keep the whole family organized with schedules, chore charts, events, dinner plans, and even our weekly menu. So here's our family calendar, which has been a great way to help us keep track of all of the birthday parties, work meetings, and different things that we have going on this summer. It color codes it for all the different people in our family, or I can add multiple people to different events, of course. And so obviously a calendar is really helpful when you have a big family. On here, I've set up a chore chart for everybody in our family so that everybody knows what are their daily routines and chores that they need to be getting done. We even put things like make sure you get outside for 30 minutes, get some physical activity so that our boys aren't constantly asking us for screen time when they haven't even done the things that they've been asked to. Now they can go straight to the calendar and check the things off their list and then come to us. Our kids have been able to customize their chore chart lists by adding emojis to the different lists, which they really like. Plus, when they complete a section, they get a little explosion of emojis, which is kind of fun. If you get the Calendar Plus subscription, you get even more support. I love the full weekly meal planning tab that even has recipe storage. This subscription also gives you access to Sidekick, which is the magic family assistant to help streamline all your planning. It can even generate meal plans based on preferences that you give it, or it can use recipes that you've already put into your calendar. Sidekick can also magically import dates from things like flyers or invitations just by taking a picture, which honestly is so cool to me. So now when we get all these birthday party invitations, I can just take a picture and have it automatically go to my calendar. I can also forward event emails and it'll automatically put them in my calendar, which is gonna come in super handy for this next school year because I get like a million emails with all the things happening. So that will be very helpful. So if you're also looking to get organized in 2025 with the Skylight calendar, be sure to click the link in the description below or scan the QR code and use code DIYWife30 to get $30 off your 15-inch calendar, which is available globally. All right, I actually want to cut my grid like 1x8 across the top next. It's so close. I did cut it like a hair long. I think I need to go trim it. A little too long is better than a little too short. Let's try this again. Seriously? Why do I always run out of nails when I'm like holding something in place? I'm just adding a 1x6 kind of as a baseboard. This will finish off the bottom. I'll add a piece over there for a baseboard. I'm gonna miter this corner so I don't have any like seams that I don't want to see. It'll look better mitered. So. So I'm gonna have to use my jigsaw to cut the bottom to go around this here. To finish off the built-ins, I needed to make one last trip to Lowe's to grab crown molding for the top and a little piece of trim to finish off the desktop portion.
A Lowe's trip, a Lowe's trip. Every single day it's a Lowe's trip.
That and then a little edge stuff. Once we got back, it was time to go back into design mode and see if we could finally figure out this paint color. We're back with our last little bit of trim. I have this feeling like I'm forgetting something, but hopefully not. So the goal is get the built-ins finished, maybe even get ready for paint so that we can like hit the ground running and paint next week. I like this tile with the color like this. And I feel like I could go maybe get it like more gray even. Then do we do like this tile? Do we do the higher contrast like this tile?
I like that, or the high contrast. I like that one, high contrast.
Yeah, same.
Boom, look at that. Decisions.
This feels like, look at this, okay. All right, we have made some decisions. We're gonna go with the dark paint color in here because we want just the moody feel overall, which I think is really great. We're gonna go with the light tile. And then we're actually gonna change it up, and in the kitchen and the laundry room, we're gonna do the same light tile, but with the higher contrast dark tile. And we'll do something closer to this in the kitchen, probably just like a neutral cabinet color for the laundry area. Because I don't think I want it all green, but this will go with either one. Look at that. decision saying. Only problem is now I don't know which one this is. So maybe we can walk back through footage and hope that I said the paint colors. Come on, say the paint colors. Please just say the paint colors. Come on. Lots of paint mixing. No talking about the paint color. Actually, I need you to make me start saying what color I'm putting on the wall. In case I need to go back.
What's your gut?
It's 3 parts of the lightest one, which is Rainy Afternoon. I do know that. And I think we did 1 part of the darkest one, maybe. I can look at me, I'm getting smart. Well, but I just have to find them now. There's Rainy Afternoon. Yeah, it's a little bit darker than that. So it's Rainy Afternoon was my lighter color. And then I think maybe Deep River 1582. I think it was like 3/4 Rainy Afternoon and 1/4 Deep River. That's what we're going with. Let me see if it's raining, and if it stopped raining, I should try and do that trim really quick. It's okay. We're good. I should probably make my cut before it starts raining. Aw, the baby soft. Always like righty tighty, lefty loose. I don't think it's raining. I think it's just blowing out of the trees. Okay. Okay, so this will get me that outside corner. Gosh, outside crown molding is so much easier. So now maybe I'll cut the end off of this side. So this one will need to be an outside corner. This isn't a dual bevel saw, and so on my big miter saw I can, like, you know, change the bevel each way, and then obviously I can like turn this both ways on this saw too, but it's making it a little bit trickier to figure out how to cut my crown molding. That looks right. So it looks like now I'm just like, it's basically like I'm cutting my board upside down now so I can get the miter on both ends. All right, we're heading back over to our house. Thank goodness we live really close because I realized I forgot a few key things. I need the 1x4 that will go like where my crown molding ends, and so I have to put that up before I put the crown molding up. So we're gonna go grab that because I know I have scraps, but I also need some backer rod for some of the larger gaps before I start caulking, and I need a caulk gun. It's raining. That's my phone. These, I don't even know if I have backer rod. I probably should just bought. Oh, look at that. With 2 different sizes in it. We're good. Okay. This is why contractors have like whole trailers with all of their tools in them. Like, I get it because I don't have that, and even with lists and planning I still have like a few things that I forget every single time. We got our stuff. Plus made a little, ooh, stop. We literally just had like a torrential downpour when we were driving like 30 minutes ago, and now the sun's back out. This always feels like a, how far can I extend this before it like bends down? This one too. Oh. You turned the light on. I was like, my head! It's gonna get me! I'm so close. I think I just have one little piece left. Oh! The door's coming open on its own. So I have a little piece of trim that's gonna cover my raw edge of plywood. So I'm gonna cut those, and I'm gonna glue and nail it. Keep saying the measurement over and over to myself, like in my head. I'm like 82 and a quarter, 82 and a quarter, 82 and a quarter. There we go. Wow. I started to say it's looking good, but really it is looking good, but it still looks a mess. That's what it looks. It's gonna look good. Oh! wood filler. I've been like, I forgot wood filler. Now I don't have sandpaper though. I have sandpaper! And it's the better kind. This is so nice for like all the trim stuff. Wow, I may not have to make another trip back. I'm gonna go ahead and start filling nail holes because my thinking is usually I like to do this first, and then by the time I finish filling all of them, I can probably come back and do like a light sanding on them. Then I can vacuum everything really good. It might help. Whoopsies. Okay, now I put so little on there and I wiped away the excess, so I don't really need to do a lot of sanding, but just get a little light sanding. Alright, got the vacuum. I have one more thing before I vacuum. I've got all these little like corners where there's like just extra caulk, and I want to go around and trim that off. Actually, I just have 2 edges that have that. It's not bad. Before I vacuumed, just a little bit. The last step in the cleanup process was to vacuum every surface, and there is quite a bit to vacuum. Alright, we're done. It's time to go pick up our kids. That was a full day. It's good. It's paint day. Woohoo! Alright. It's a big day. It's paint day. I'm like trying to do this. Paint days are always such full days. I'm just hoping to finish before like dinner time, or maybe even before we pick the kids up from school, but that's probably wishful thinking. Every other paint day has ended after dark. All right, I think this stuff needs to dry for a little bit, so I'm gonna start with this. What is this? Masking liquid, and we're gonna use this on the doors. Just watched a lot of YouTube videos, you know, and I read a lot, and this seems so much easier than taping off. Okay, the directions say to stir it really well. I'm doing this first because I don't know how long it has to dry, and I probably need to do 2 coats. My big takeaway from all the videos I watched was put it on thick enough, because if it's too thin, it like won't peel off. So basically, if you don't know what this is, you paint it on your glass to cover it, and then you paint, you know, whether you spray or brush, and then you come along the edges and cut it with a knife, and then you just peel this off, and you have perfect edges and clean glass. The thin parts are drying already. This is a good sign. I couldn't find anything about how long it takes to dry. Halfway through applying the masking, I remembered I had a phone call to make. Okay, so I just called the paint store, and I've done this before where I've mixed colors. So if it's like a 50-50 ratio, they can put it in as like mixing in 1 gallon, this one at 50% and this one at 50%, and then you get your ratio, or 75% and 25%. But I didn't even think about, one of my colors is really dark, and so I have a level 3 base and then a level 4 base. So the formulas for the paint are based off of their bases, and I would be mixing it into 1 gallon, so that's not gonna work. So she's gonna ask some of the other guys there if they know a way around that. I wonder if I could like peel this off and have them color match it. Look at that. Okay, so she just called back and she's like, I don't know why I didn't think of this. She literally was saying exactly what I was thinking. I was like, perfect. So we're gonna go try that, but they need a few hours to do this. So we're gonna go take this now so that she can be doing that while we come back and finish masking everything off. Right, we got the paint ordered. Glad we went ahead and did that. It's a little less efficient than I would have liked, but we're gonna go ahead and tag team some work. I'm gonna finish putting the stuff on the glass here. Dustin's gonna work on pulling the blinds down so that we can start masking these off. Okay, it's all masked off, ready to start caulking. And true to every other time, every other paint week, I'm like, God, we'll get this done so quick and then we're gonna start painting. And now it's like 2.5 hours later. I forgot I've got some gaps that I wanna fill. Perfect amount. This is my last little piece of this. Okay, now I can actually start caulking everything. That's these big gaps. So close. I finished caulking the built-ins, but I need to do a second coat of my masking liquid on this door and that door. Here I was thinking I would get to painting today, but I think we're gonna come in fresh tomorrow and be able to paint first thing, and I'll finish masking stuff off because I've still gotta I do this every time. I'm looking at it going, oh yeah, there's still like doorknobs and hinges and that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna do another coat of the masking liquid. I already did my second coat on this one when Doxy was helping me pull all the blinds down, so we'll get there eventually. All right, I need to go ahead and cover the hinges. I went and picked up the paint and I didn't film it because I didn't, but we are officially ready to paint. We finished masking off all the little things. Again, we didn't film that either, so maybe I shouldn't even say that, but we did. Just trying to remember what this paint smells like. I don't know why I just smelled it. I'm just gonna get my gun set up and then we're gonna start spraying. Oh, I think maybe I should have gone with a bigger size. It doesn't feel long enough. Oh! I feel like I'm gonna rip it if I bend over or squat. It's a little bit, it's just like not long enough. All right, here's your, all right. If I rip these, I'm gonna be so embarrassed. Oh no! I'm already making a mess. Oh! Wow, it's literally like on my feet. I can't squat down! Oh. Oh shit, it's all on my ring. Oh no, that's not good. What was that noise? The door opening. It's looking good. It's looking pretty. wiped it on my nose.
Oh, you did.
Huh?
You did.
I did wipe it on my nose?
Yes.
That's cool. Alright, I decided I'm going to paint the doors and shelves outside because we might have been able to fit it, but it would have been really tight, especially with like painting the ceiling. So we're going to go back to my house and grab a tarp so we can paint out here in the grass. Alright. It's real cute. It's my new look. Like Goblin Grinch. I don't know. Alright. Oh! Let's go paint our cabinet doors. To paint the cabinet doors and shelves, I laid out some scrap pieces of wood on my tarp just to prop them up a bit. Alright, these dried super fast. The inside is still very wet. But I'm going to go ahead and flip these. After finishing up the first coat on the cabinet doors and shelves, I was ready to head inside and see if the paint was dry yet. It's looking really good. It's dark. That's what she wanted. She wanted the dark and muted green, so it's looking so good. It's just not dry enough for a second coat. I have to come back later and do with Dean for a little bit. Okay, it's all dry, but I just have a couple of spots where it's rough or I've got like a little drip that I want to sand a little bit before I put on the second coat, but it looks so good.
So good.
Okay, I'm gonna grab my paint suit. This thing is so hot because it's like paint proof, so it's kind of plasticky. But when I take it off, I feel like I'm just a layer of sweat. Protecting your lungs too.
Thanks, babe.
You're important too.
All right. Is that it for coat number 2?
Huh?
Is that it for coat number 2? Alright. It's really hard to talk in these masks. You can't really hear anything.
Yeah, still wearing yours outside. That's funny.
Oh, I didn't think about it. This thing's hard to get off one hand, man. I didn't really think about I was outside and that I could actually take off my mask, you know.
After finishing up the second coat inside, I gave my cabinet doors and shelves a light sanding and started on my second coat outside. Oh, forget that my paint sprayer is not plugged in because I plugged my fan in.
Did you just rip your pants?
I just ripped them. I knew it was gonna happen.
What?
I
So
knew.
your pants ripping?
That's my pants ripping. They're too short, so there's not like enough room to
You
move.
better stop doing that.
I ripped them. Well, it's kind of awkward. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the plastic off the window. I feel like it comes off better when it's before it like cures all the way.
Good work today, huh?
Look, it's paint day and we're done, and it's not dark outside.
That's a new record.
Have we ever done that?
I don't think so.
I think it's because we did most of our prep. We finished it, but we did a little bit this morning, but.
What you got there? Whoa! Showing them my butthole!
I think these are done.
Yeah, those need to get canned.
Hey, they did their job and made it through both coats. Finally, we brought all of the cabinet doors and shelves inside, and it felt so good to be done with paint week.
Man, amazing job on the paint this week. It's always a doozy of a job. Paint week, it's just messy. It's so involved and like, it's just everything. It's in your hair, it's on the ceiling, it's everywhere. But man, nice job.
Man, it always feels so good to be on the other side of paint week. Like, I think I have a love-hate relationship with paint week because I love like the transformation that happens because it's like so much leading up to it, and then it just impacts the space probably more than anything else, but also there's so much work. But it looks so good. Getting the buildings completely finished and all of the trim on the shelves and all of that, and then everything caulked and painted. That room looks completely different.
Yeah. So join us in the next video as we actually shift gears and start on the laundry room.
So we're actually kind of going back and forth between two projects at the same time because we can't completely finish the office because we're still waiting for a lot of the furniture to come in, and so kind of at a standstill with that. And we're having the flooring installed in both the office and the laundry room.
Yes.
So you'll get to see a little sneak peek of that next week because you'll see it in the laundry room.
I mean,
but
we have videos of it right now if we want to get a little sneak peek of it.
no, we gotta wait till next week. The reveals come in, and I'm so excited to get all the furniture and curtains. I basically designed this whole space around the curtains because I loved them so much, and so I'm excited to see it all come together.
So stay tuned as we have two projects going at one time, and you're gonna see both of these spaces get transformed into something completely different than what they started as. We'll catch you next week.
Hey, when we post this video tomorrow, what
Yes.
day is it gonna be?
It's our 17-year anniversary today when you're watching this, ladies and gentlemen.
Our marriage is almost an adult.
Yes. And if you combine that with our dating, we're over 20 years together, guys. How's that
That's
even
crazy.
possible? That's more than half of our lives.
This is true. We're not even at 40 yet. Congratulations.
Congratulations. I'd say we're aging pretty well. Like a fine wine.
You don't even like wine.
No, I think it's gross. But what I can say is we're both wearing two shades of
We're
gray shirts.
matching.
I wouldn't call that matching at all. I would say actually we're kind of contrasting one another in a not so matchy way. I don't know, but I put my shirt on first. I just want to say that. And then she came out with this on.
I had this on this morning.
Well, I have been wearing this all day. We didn't actually go in cahoots about our outfit. Why are we talking about this? Let's move on.
So we've been together for over 20 years and you just want to dress like me now because you love me so much.
Oh, okay.
What are we going to
Okay.
do for our anniversary?
Dude, you know what we're going to do? We're going on a date.
We're going to go eat some yummy food.
And we're going to say...
Play pickleball
Oh, play a little pickleball.
in the morning maybe before
Go
it
for a
gets too
walk.
hot.
Get a little gift.
Did you get me something?
Can't tell.
You better not mess with me. Don't make me
I-
think that you did if you didn't, because I'm not. We're saving up all our money for something else.
So we left a little Easter egg in this little convo here. You may have noticed that giant ladder in the background.
This one right here.
And why would we have a giant ladder in our living room?
I don't know. Were you making repairs?
Was I making repairs?
One can dream. One can dream.
Well, so I mean, I don't know, like, why would we be making like all kinds of like small finishing repairs and details all around the house?
I
Like,
feel like we're getting ahead of ourselves.
I don't know.
We may have.
Babe, you're not supposed to say that.
Yeah, I'm not very good at secrets.
You are horrible at secrets.
I mean, if I have to be good at secrets, I can be good at secrets.
That's not
but
true.
You know what I'm not good at is surprises. Because I like them so much that I'm like, you want to open your Christmas present early, kids? Okay, let's open them early.
And I'm like, the fruit will ripen on the vine at just the right time, and we will pick it off, and it will be... She's like, now. Well, I don't know, guys. We just got a ladder in our living room. We're just making a few repairs just in case.
Just in case
a thing happens.
I don't know. Maybe by next week. Surely by next week we'll have some answers.
You better stay tuned. That's all I got to say.
Found some mail out here. Ashley, good oral health is a
Honey up, and you get all nasty and sweaty. Then you fold up everything you're doing and take it down to the curb and throw it away. Know what I say, baby. Hey, come on, man, you can work with me. Hi, I'm Miss Hart, and I'm awkward.
Huh?